Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing some Mono Red Prowess and we've got some new cards. So we are playing the new Urabrask, which I've already played in Is It Phoenix, but fairly sure it's broken and I'm just trying to find the right shell for it. So we're going to try it in a few different places. So those who don't remember, Urabrask is a 4/4 first strike for 4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you deal 1 damage to your opponent and you add 1 red mana. And then if you've cast 3 or more instants and sorcery spells this turn, you can pay a red at sorcery speed and exile it. And it flips into the Great Work, which is the saga which the first chapter deals 3 damage to your opponent and each of their creatures. The second chapter creates 3 treasure tokens, and the third lets you cast instants and sorcery spells from any graveyard, and then it flips back into Urabrask again. And we're also playing the new Kenra Spellseer, so that is a 2/2 trample prowess for 2, and you can play 3 and a Phyrexian blue mana, which in this deck is 3 and 2 life, to transform it into the Jataxian Spellstalker. Try saying that 3 times when you're drunk. And it's a 3/3 with Trample, Ward 2, and Prowess. So it has double Prowess. And then the rest of the creatures in the deck are also Prowess creatures. So we've got 4 copies of Soulscar Mage and 4 Monastery Swift Spears. You may see that if you watched my 5 new Explorer decks video a few days ago, that this is slightly different. After testing and feedback from a friend of the channel, we have made a few changes. One of which is to add 2 copies of Bedlam Reveler. So this is also a prowess creature, but it's a 3/4 that on the face of it costs 8, but it costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. It also has prowess, and when it enters the battlefield, you discard your hand and draw 3 cards. So it's a good way of kind of refueling yourself, just to keep kind of the triggers and the prowess going. And then the rest of the deck is kind of cheap instants and sorceries, which we'll use either to kind of power the Urabrask flip or to kind of grow our creatures and attack for lethal damage. So we've got 4 copies of Ancestral Anger, which is a 1 mana cantrip that makes our creatures bigger. 4 Play with Fire as a burn spell, 3 Reckless Rage that can deal 4 damage to an opposing creature and also 2 to one of our own, a 4 copies of Lightning Strike, and then we have the new card of Ren's Resolve, which is just 4 more copies of Reckless Impulse. So these both do the same thing, which is to exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. So not only does this give you a prowess trigger by itself, but you can also then use those cards to keep the fuel going, so to speak. And then our mana base is 2 Den of the Bugbear and 4 Ramanap Ruins and 14 Mountains. So I added another mountain from the original version of this list just because we've got a bit more of a top end with Urabrask and Bedlam Reveler, and also wanting to flip the Spellseer and hopefully cast things as well. So I did add another land. So we are running 20 lands in total. And then in the sideboard, we've got 4 copies of Rending Volley to take out problematic white or blue creatures, particularly Greasefang at instant speed. 4 copies of Obliterating Bolt, which is 4 damage to any creature or planeswalker at sorcery speed, but does also exile them. 2 copies of Unlicensed Turfs as our graveyard hate. 2 copies of Carry Zev's Expertise, which lets us steal an opponent's creature for a turn and kind of keep the damage coming, and also cast a creature from our hand, potentially, or any spell with mana value 2 or less, rather. 2 copies of Chandra Torch of Defiance, which is a planeswalker which acts as kind of pseudo card advantage and can just kind of help us in grindier matchups. And the same thing with Hazaret, which just is there for kind of long stalled out boards. It's an indestructible creature that can attack when you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand, and in a deck like this we're never looking to have a huge number of cards left in our hand. And then it can turn kind of excess lands and spells we don't need into damage that can hit your opponent as well. So that is the deck. Prowess comes in many shapes and forms. Some decks are red-blue, some are red-white. I'm just going to try and mod a red shell, so it's kind of halfway between Prowess and Burn. And yeah, we will see how Urabrask does. We will see how Kenra Spellseer does, and we'll see how having 8 copies of this effect make this a viable strategy in the format. So let's jump onto the ladder and see how the deck does. No, I will need some land in this hand, I'm afraid. Yorion, okay. Oh, gee, all right. Get rid of a... Oh, at least we drew a second land. Kenra. So this could be just Azorius control or something. Okay, wedding announcement, sure. So let's play Swift Spear, Ancestral Anger. Still no land. Not ideal. See, they're about to wipe the board. No? Okay, so it's just Transmogrify. Sure thing. So we're not actually dead here, as strangely enough. So let's Reckless Rage. Reckless Rage again. Well, when they Transmogrify a second time, that's probably going to be enough, but if we had any more land, we could probably get away with this, but unfortunately, being stuck on 2 is no good to us. So yeah, we'll scoop this one up, go to game 2, where we can hopefully draw some land. Okay, let's pop in all of our Rending Volleys. Carry Zev's Expertise to potentially steal an Atraxa. Then what are we taking out? Reckless Rage. What else? Maybe a couple of Lightning Strikes. Yeah, let's take out 1 Lightning Strike and 2 Reckless Impulse effects. Yeah. Yep, that will do. Kenra out. Sure thing. Let's play a Ren's Resolve. And a Swift Spear. Okay. So that's Reckless Impulse. Play a Mountain. Attack. Leave our Lightning Strike up for if they try and Transmogrify. Okay, we'll play Soulscar Mage. Play another Reckless Impulse. Attack again. Sure thing. Just putting a stop on there. Yep, just so they think we don't have anything. So let's play Spellseer. And we'll pass the turn. You know, let's just play another Reckless Impulse. I think I'm just going to have to bluff at the moment. Yep. Play a land, put a stop on their upkeep. Sure thing. Okay, we're just being murdered by wedding announcements now. So play a land. Let's start working towards flipping Urabrask then. Pass the turn. We can kill anything they target with. Come on, Arena, don't give up the game now. Okay. So. Lightning Strike. Ancestral Anger. Yeah, we're just going to play Bedlam Reveler then. Play with fire. Karizev's expertise. Flip the great work. Kill the opponent. And that is how you do it. Okay. Pop back in Lightning Strike. Take out one copy of Urabrask. Go again. Yeah, this is quite a good hand. The 1-mana removal spells are very important here. Having to bluff lightning strikes the whole game was not the most fun I've ever had. Spellseer. Sure thing. So let's play another Spellseer. Play with fire that. Attack for 3. Pass the turn. So they no longer have a token, so they can't Transmogrify next turn. This turn, rather. Next turn, this turn, it's all good. Cast Ancestral Anger. Cast Monastery Swiftspear. Go to attacks. Yeah, if they just want to give up a shock, that's fine by me. So they're on 10. Probably going to need to wrath the board here if they want to survive. The Wandering Emperor's not bad. So we'll kill that. We'll play with fire them. Keep Lightning Strike. Flip this. Probably should have done it in the other order, but attack, kill the Emperor. Okay, so now on 6. We have a Lightning Strike to come. This now has Ward 2, so it's so much harder to kill. Ramanap Ruins is on the board. So we're in reasonably good shape here. So we'll go to attacks. We will attack. Kill that. There we are. Prowess gets it done for us. Let's move on to another game. On the draw again. Ha. Better. I think our opponent have they taken 2 mulligans there? It's interesting. Yep. Ooh, traverse the Uvenwald. Interesting. So they're on Greasefang by the look of it. Fair enough. Lack of things to do is going to be a bit annoying if we don't draw anything. So where one of our many... okay. It's going to be like that, is it? A game where one of our many Ren's resolve effects would be quite good. But sadly, it seems we are to be denied them. So we'll just attack past their stuff and hope for the best. Get them to 9. We can play Bedlam Reveler next turn. Okay. Well, we'll scoop that one up and put it down to experience. And we'll bring in Rending Volleys for days, Unlicensed Hearses, take out... Is this Sorcery Speed? I think it is. Either way, it's coming out. A couple of Play with Fires, and one of the Urabrasks. Yep. Sure thing. Play with Fire. No, don't need another one of those. Ren's Resolve. Okay, see what you can do. Let's pop Urabrask into play. No point bluffing a removal spell, we don't have one. Yep, there goes Grizzly Salvage. So yeah, if they... Oh no, they don't have a Parhelion. We're not dead. Yet. No, just Chariot, he says. So let's play Swift Spear. Play Ancestral Anger. Play a Ren's Resolve. Then we'll play Kenra. Play another Ancestral Anger. And we'll flip the Great Work. We'll attack. Okay, they're going to need to both put a Parhelion in the bin and get Greasefang out of their hand. No, that's not going to do it. Oh, they weren't technically dead there, but fair enough. Okay, that went pretty well. So let's pop back in a couple of Reckless Rages. Take out Bedlam Reveler on the draw. Go again. Oh, that is Far too bad a hand. That one's not great either, but I think we're going to have to keep it, so we'll pop back one play with fire. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, we look super dead here, so that's just... Nope. No point bluffing a spell we don't have. We just hope they don't have Greasefang. We are... Wow, that ham was just awful. Yep. Terrible mulligans. Dead to flying angels. Yep, that wasn't a very interesting third game. Oh well, never mind. That be magic. Oh, on the draw again. Yorion, okay. This is an okay opening hand, so we'll keep it. So yes, we can play with fire, Ren's Resolve. We have options, so I think let's Ren's Resolve here. Yep, fair enough. So yeah, some form of blue-white control, but using Yorion. So let's play with fire, get a scry off. Yeah, we'll keep that. Okay, let's drop Urabrask. Ah, this is annoying. Okay, let's attack with Urabrask. Okay, another Wandering Emperor is probably going to be too much for us here, but let's take down that one. Fire off the Ramanap ruins while we have the mana. Try and cast a Reckless Impulse. Interesting, okay. Okay, let's cast Urabrask. Swift Spear. Pass the turn. Okay, we'll go to game 2. Yeah, the second Wandering Emperor there was just too much for us, which is fair enough. So we'll pop in a Rending Volleys. Hazaret, I think, on the play against control. Maybe a Chandra as well. Take out Regless Rage. What else are we taking out here? Let's take out one Urabrask. Tough. Play with fire. Is play with fire any good here? It can finish off an Emperor, I suppose. Let's take out. Yeah, let's do it like this. They're quite vulnerable to counter spells. It's okay. Not thrilled about not having any creatures, but we'll learn to live with it. A creature land is always good against control. Okay, let's play with fire them. No, too much too soon. Okay, looks like it's going to be one of those days. Okay, that's not bad. So let's see what they get. Teferi. Okay, let's Lightning Strike down Narset. Let's play Chandra. Add red mana to play Swift Spear. Fair enough. So let's play a Ren's Resolve. Okay, so we've got Urabrask incoming. So let's Lightning Strike them in the meantime. Attack with Swift Spear. Okay, we're not in terrible shape here. Let's see what they do. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to let them see if they want to counter this, they can do. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm not attacking into a Wandering Emperor, so... Yep. So, they can play Teferi. They could minus one of our big threats. May not be the worst idea, potentially, if I'm going to be flipping Urabrask next turn. Yep. I'll kill the one with Vigilance. Why not? Okay, let's Rending Volley that one in exchange. Okay. Let's cast Ancestral Anger here. Let's play with fire there. Wandering Emperor. Rending Volley this. Attack for 5. Okay. Sure thing. Yep, down comes Yorion. Interesting. Okay, let's Ren's Resolve. Hitting 3 lands there was a bit rough. Can't say I'm thrilled about it. So we've got Den of the Bugbear. Okay. Okay, no counter spell from our opponent gives us a potential outs here. Okay, we just need a way of doing the 1 damage. So they're going to go up to 4 cards. They can kill Chandra. Yeah, okay, well, that gives us a card anyway. Ooh, that seems aggressive. Okay. Not that. That'll do it. Oh, yes, they can exile one of their own creatures. Yeah, no, fair enough. Well played, opponent. Yeah, close, but those 3 land draws in a row were just too much for us there. So I think we'll leave the video there. To be honest with you, I'm distinctly underwhelmed by this iteration of Mono Red. I think Urabrask felt much more powerful in the Phoenix deck than it did here. I just don't think this has the legs to keep going. It feels like it struggles against any deck that can kind of answer its early plays, and in a format where removal is kind of running around like Fatal Push and all of the rest of it. I'm just not sure it's going to get there. But it was worth an interesting attempt to try Urabrask in a sort of Prowess shell. I'd be interested to see if it would kind of work more in a kind of mono red burn, kind of more traditional mono red shell. It might be a bit too expensive for that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. See if have you seen any other kind of builds of Urabrask running around. So far, we've got Phoenix, where it was quite good but potentially redundant, and then Mono Red Prowess, where I think the shell is just wrong. I think Urabrask itself is fine, but I just don't think the deck around it is particularly good. So, but it happens. So, hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm always testing new things. Some of them are going to work, some of them aren't, and I will see you next time.